Hi, this is Mike Ignatoski, the creator of the GreenFox Spreadsheet, the spreadsheet that uses Excel programming to make it behave like a computerized baseball scorebook or score sheet. It also automatically computes the game stats, which can be a big time saver. And even better, GreenFox can be configured to operate in one of three different league modes where it can track the cumulative stats for all players and teams in the league. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate and talk about the GreenFox spreadsheet and how to upgrade it to a newer version. There's a few things involved, but it's not difficult and I don't want it to be scary, so let's see how to do it. So before I demonstrate the entire upgrade process, I want to talk a little bit about upgrade scenarios, or two reasons why you might want to upgrade. One will be just to apply a bug fix to your current version, or the second one would be a feature upgrade where it will give you some new capabilities in your spreadsheet, hopefully remove more bugs than it introduces, but no guarantees. So number one I mentioned here is the bug fix upgrade. And what makes it a bug fix upgrade is two things. Most importantly, that it doesn't have any new or enhanced features, but the whole purpose of this version is to fix at least one known bug or issue or problem. And when you apply a bug fix upgrade, only the last digit of the version would change. I give examples here of 2.20 to 2.22 or 4.42 to 4.45. When only that last digit changes, that means it's a bug fix upgrade. And depending on your specific situation with your spreadsheet and your league and the features you use, you may or may not want or need to perform a bug fix upgrade. The second case that comes up is the feature upgrade, in which the newer version does have new features or improved features, and it may also include some bug fixes, and unfortunately it may introduce some other new bugs just because that's how software works. So when you have a feature upgrade, that the what I'll call the main version will change. And the main version of a GreenFox spreadsheet includes the first number after the decimal point or the dot. So 2.2, it would be the main version of a given GreenFox spreadsheet, and 2.21, 2.22, 2.25, those are all kind of different bug fix versions of the same 2.2. So when you're going to upgrade for a feature upgrade, it'll change from 2.2 to maybe 2.3 or 2.4, or you might start with 4.42 and go to 4.51. So that kind of explains some of the version numbers. And as a general rule, it says here in this item C, is that most users will want to take advantage of a feature upgrade because it has new and cool stuff. It doesn't mean you have to, but typically most users will find at least one enhancement or feature within a feature upgrade that they'd like to use. And I'm not going to say you have to perform the feature upgrades. That's your choice. But in general, I'd say you don't want to get too many versions behind, because when I put out the new version, I only look back so many versions that it'll upgrade from. So once you get too far behind, the new version might not be able to successfully upgrade a very old spreadsheet. So my general idea is you want to keep up with the feature upgrades, but you don't have to do it right away. So if version 5.0 comes out and you don't see anything that you want to have right away, you might want to wait a month or so and see if any bugs get found or if there's any tweaks to it, and maybe upgrade to 5.03 if that's the newest version. So that's just an option. But either way, and for all these upgrades, or both these upgrade cases or scenarios, the process works the same way, and I'd say it's safe either way. Okay, so what does the GreenFox spreadsheet upgrade process do? How does it work? So I just wrote down a few points here, and number one is maybe the most important, which is you always start an upgrade from a new GreenFox spreadsheet file. You never start an upgrade using the spreadsheet that contains your league and all of its data. So you always start with a new one that basically has the new features or new bug fix, but has no data in it. And the whole idea is it'll copy that data from your old one into that one. And the way it does it, if you look at bullet point number 2 here, is from the new spreadsheet, it'll look for other open GreenFox spreadsheets. And if it finds some, it'll ask you and say, do you want to upgrade this one? And you can answer yes or no. And during the upgrade process, it only copies data from the original, or the one that you say, yes, I want to upgrade this one. It doesn't alter any data, and that's what makes the upgrade process very safe. As long as you start from a new, clean GreenFox file that has no data in it, it's just looking for another spreadsheet to copy old data into it. And like bullet point number 4 here, says all the league configuration, the game results are then copied from the source or the older GreenFox file into the new one. That includes everything that you need: the teams, the rosters, the lineups, the schedule, the game results, all the stats, blah, blah, blah. Your team colors, that stuff. And then specifically for stats, even though there are many, 9 to be exact, leaders or stats sheets, if you count the leaders, there are 9. But it only copies 2 of these: the GPBS and the GPPS, which are basically the player game logs for the batters and the pitchers. Because using those as well as the schedule, all the other data can be generated from those 2 sheets. So that's all that it copies actually from your original spreadsheet. And then at the end, after it copies all that, it'll prompt you, ask you if you want to generate all the league stats and leaders at the end of the upgrade process. So that's basically what's going on. And a couple other things about it, as I kind of said before, but I'll mention again here, that for both bug fix and feature upgrades, the basic process under the hood is the same. So you don't have to start it or do it any differently. The only difference between the two is effectively, what messages it shows you and how the data is copied. Depending on how old your version is, it may need to, do some different things with your data. And if you're going from a version and just applying a bug fix upgrade, it isn't going to tell you anything about new features because there aren't new features. But if you are doing a feature upgrade, at the end of that, it'll show you at least some of the new features in the new version that you're upgrading to. So that's enough talking about the upgrade process. That hopefully that gives you a little idea of how it works and what it's doing. And now let's get on to demonstrating an actual upgrade. Okay, so in this demonstration, I'm going to upgrade this GreenFox file, which is this 1971 Detroit Tigers historical team season project. That's currently version 4.42. And I'm going to upgrade it to GreenFox version 4.5. Now, the first thing you're going to do after you download your new version, that probably most users already know, but I'm going to show it here just for completeness, is if you're on a PC, once you download the new version from the GreenFox Facebook page, the first thing you need to do before anything is you unblock it. So that's why I have this one here. I want to show how that works. So you just, once you save the spreadsheet, you right click on it
right click, choose properties, and then down here in security, this or advanced area, depending on the version of Windows, it might look a little different. But the idea is you want to find where it says unblock and check that box. This is just a safety precaution that browsers do when they handle basically Microsoft Office documents that can have macro code in it for your security. So I'm just going to click unblock, click OK, and that then allows the programming inside the GreenFox spreadsheet to work. And that's what you want to do. So that's kind of step one. The next thing is I'm going to open up my current red GreenFox spreadsheet, which is this. You can see here it's I've played several games. There's my standings, and here's my schedule. You can see here I've played 33 games and completed 40. A couple of them have score only. But anyway, that's what I want to upgrade, and it's starting at version 4.42. And I'm just going to minimize this, which means basically leave it in the background. So I'm going to minimize that. Then I'm going to open version 4.5. This is the version I want to upgrade to. And this can be thought of as I just got it from the Facebook group. When you open it, it should look like this. You'll get this welcome screen, which means it's effectively brand new. And now you'll have a few buttons to pick from. But the one we want to focus on here is this top blue one that says upgrade an existing GreenFox League spreadsheet. So that's what I'm going to do. So I do that, I get a little pop-up window that tells me some info. And number one, it says open the spreadsheet that contains the GreenFox League you want to upgrade to a newer version. And that's what I have already done. And it says, and leave it in the background because it must be open to upgrade it. You can minimize it because you won't need to interact with it during the upgrade process. And that's what I already did. I opened it and minimized it. And then number two, in the new spreadsheet, you open the League sheet and click on the Upgrade Existing GreenFox League button and follow the instructions. Okay. So when you click the Upgrade button on that welcome screen, it automatically goes to the League sheet, which is where I am right now. And here's the Upgrade button. So I'm going to click that and we'll get going. Okay, I'm ready to start. One thing I want to say about that unblocking that I talked about a second ago was that's, again, only if you're using a PC. If you're using a Macintosh, you don't have to do that, but the trade-off is on a Macintosh, every time you open a spreadsheet, it'll ask you if you want to enable the macros, and you click yes. Whereas on the PC, once you unlock it and set it up, it won't ask you that each time you open it. Okay, back to the upgrade process. We're on the League sheet. We're going to click the green button. We have our other spreadsheet open in the background. If you go down here in what I can do is, if I hover on my Excel, you can see here's my old spreadsheet that has all my data in it, my Detroit Tigers set 1971, and here's the new one. That's what we're upgrading to. So here I will click this upgrade existing GreenFox League button. It gives me a little message. It says, basically, in the upgrade process for it to work, on these sheets, you can't have any rows hidden at all, which is the MPL sheet or the master player list, the roster sheet, or the schedule sheet. Do you want to continue? If you know or you're not sure, you can click no here and go look at your other spreadsheet and make sure that no rows are hidden or filters are applied. During the upgrade process, it will look, and if it detects any hidden rows, it'll stop the upgrade process and let you know. And then you can always go and clean it up and restart it. But it doesn't look before it starts, so it's giving you a chance if you need to change it because you know you have some rows hidden, you want to go fix that first. And to confirm, I guess I can show you how to do it. So if I go over to my current one, here's the MPL sheet. Oh, whoops. I need to I'll say no. I can go over here, go to my other sheet, go to the MPL. So you want to look at on these little boxes with the down arrows, and if you have it filtered, like if I went over here and it said, uh, you know, it's only showing Boston, you'd see this little filter thing here, and it's something like that that'll cause the upgrade to break. So here I just click on it and say clear this filter. So that's the same thing with the schedule. You can see here my schedule looks good, and my rosters look good. But that's how you check to see if you have any hidden rows. So mine's good. I'm just going to minimize this and start my process again. Do I want to continue? Yes, I do. Now it's looking in the background to see what other GreenFox spreadsheets it can find. And we only have one open, and it does find it. It says, do you want to upgrade the 71 DETV442 Excel workbook to version 4.50? I'm going to say yes. And if you say yes, and it does check these things behind the scenes to make sure that it's new enough. It has, basically has the same league setup, or has a valid league setup, because if it doesn't, it won't do the upgrade process. And then the third one says all existing data in this current GreenFox spreadsheet, which is this brand new one that has nothing in it. It just says it's going to be overwritten. And really, that's just a lot of scare about nothing, because this new one doesn't have any data in it anyways. So, and that's what this is doing. It's saying it's going to erase it, but really there's nothing there. I probably should change these words so that it isn't so scary. It'll ask you that 3 times. And now it's going to do its thing. So now it's basically copying all the different sheets from that 1971 Tigers 4.42 into this new 4.50. This is looking at the injury chart, and it's telling me that there's no data rows on it, so I'm not doing anything to it. And hopefully you'll get something like this, where it says, now, because I was performing a feature upgrade going from 4.4 to 4.5, it shows me this pop-up window that tells me some of the new and exciting things in version 4.5. It might not tell me everything, but these would be the main features and enhancements in whatever the new version you're upgrading to. So I say, oh, that looks great. And then hopefully you'll see this that tells you that your upgrade appears to be successful. You should review your sheets just to confirm. And this is just saying that it doesn't copy all the stats, that you're going to need to recompute them. And it's asking me, do I want to compute these now? And I'm going to say yes. But you can see here, part of it, this is my league setup with even with my colors that I got for a few teams. I'll say yes. So we'll let Excel do its thing again. Shuttle a bunch of electrons around to get things where they need to be and compute all these stats. So really it's populating 6 different stat sheets. So it's done with that, and now it's asking me if I want to compute the leaders. I'll say yes. There's not a lot of data in there, but I'll just say sure. And now it's computing the leaders. We'll let that finish. And when it's done, we'll just do a little check here to make sure the numbers jive. Okay, it completed my leaders. So just a little kind of cursory check here. If I go down here and go to my old spreadsheet, 4.42, I'll look at my schedule. So you can see it has 162, 40 completed, and 33 played games. So I'll then go over to my new one, look at my schedule. I see those same numbers, and that's a good thing. Let me go back to the old one more time and look at my leaders. Let's look at a couple things here. So I have Gene Tennis in my OPS, and my hits is K-Line with 35, and total bases is Cash with 65. So if I look at my new one, go to my leaders, I see the same thing with Tennis here in OPS, K-Line with his 35 hits, Cash with his 65 total bases. Yeah, that's only 3 things, but I'd say you should have some confidence then that it properly copied all your data and computed the stats and leaders properly. And the last thing I would do, typically, well, 2 things. Go to my score sheet first to confirm it. Now this is 4.5. What I would do, I'm going to minimize this a second and the other one, because depending on how you had your original sheet named, like I named them based on what the project is. So this one was 7.1, DETV, and then the version. What I'll do now, once I finish upgrading, is save my new file to have the same kind of name as my old one. So what I'll do is, and you can do that 2 ways. You can do it from here using save as. So here I'll say file, save as. Go to my desktop. And here's, so I want to now not save it as GreenFox 450, but I'm going to save it as 71 DET V450. So I have, it's kind of the same name, but now it just shows the new version with V4.50. And I'll save it as that. And now you can see up here when it's done saving, this is the name of my file now, 71 Detroit version 4.50. And that's the demonstration of how you do an upgrade. It's not that hard. It's only a couple clicks. It's safe, and it doesn't modify your prior or original GreenFox League spreadsheet. So I'm going to close this. And if I go over to my old one, it's still here. And my data is in there. I'm on a different sheet now. So if I exit this, it might prompt me to save it, and you can save it here if you want to. It doesn't really matter because it didn't change anything. So I can just say, don't save this. I still have that as my old backup, but now I'll be starting to use this new version 4.5 that has all my new features. So thanks for watching. So hopefully now you'll be able to upgrade your GreenFox spreadsheet with more confidence and less anxiety. Thanks for watching this GreenFox video. I hope you found it helpful. And remember, when life throws you a curveball, don't bail out.